Are you back for more duties, magician? Or are you seeking advancement? I have more work for you. Closer to home, this time. I believe Thanariavinal is a spy. Thanariavinal is a Nightblade with the guild. Recently, she's been disappearing for days on end, and when she returns, she won't tell anyone where she's been. I suspect that she's working with the Telvanni. Research materials have been going missing, and my usual sources are telling me that the mage lords are making some kind of play. I need you to find out where Thanaria is going. Talk to other people in the guild hall. Somebody should have seen something. To get there, go to the town of ranyon-ruhn, and take the road to Fire Watch. Keep going until you reach the fork where the right path leads up a hill. Atop that hill will you find the Varion tomb. Have you found out where Thanariavinal has been going? I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. Excellent work locating the ring, magician. Insu will find it an interesting study. Thank you for delivering Dagman's report to me.
Are you back for more duties, magician? The Dark Elf Nightblade? I don't know her very well, sorry. The Mages Guild is very strict with its admissions rules. We would never accept a Telvanni spy.
What do you want? I'm just a journeyman minding my own business. That's me. I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild.
Insu welcomes this one to the guild hall. There is no safer place in Telvanni's. Raniz is right about this one. Telvanni spies are everywhere. Insa has seen Thanaria disappear from the guild hall many times, sometimes for days. It is none of Insa's business, though the Mages Guild does not police its members' travels.
Welcome to Fire Watch, traveler. Do you have business in the city, or have you come to study at the college? Thank you again for your assistance procuring those cuttings. I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. The Dark Elf Nightblade? I don't know her very well, sorry.
Oh, friend!
Welcome to Fire Watch,
today?
traveler. Do you have business in the city, or have you come to study at the college? I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. The Dark Elf Nightblade? I don't know her very well, sorry.
Yes, honored guest.
Leave me alone. I'm not in the guild for the company. How would I know who the Telvanni spy is? What are you suggesting? The Dark Elf Nightblade? I don't know her very well, sorry.
You seem like very good company.
Yes, honored
Oh, friend!
Back
this
again.
is all about
Wondrous encounter.
I'm sure you have very important business to attend to.
Ignore the demon's bad manners. If you're just looking to get around Telvanni's district, I'm your mayor. I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. The Nightblade, right? She's a quiet one. I can't say I know her too well. What I can tell you is that I've teleported Thanaria to Helmand several times in the last few weeks. She hasn't ever come back via my pad, though.
How
What
wonderful!
do you want?
Welcome,
I'm
Outlander.
just a journeyman minding my own business. That's me. The guild is tracking its members' movements now? Well, I have nothing to hide. I have friends in Helnum. That's it.
This is a
Ignore the demon's bad
wondrous
manners.
encounter.
If you're just looking to get around Telvanni's district, I'm your mayor.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now.
Welcome to
Please,
Helmand,
go
warrior of
ahead.
spell. Are you here on business? Is that the Nightblade from Fire Watch? I've seen her pass through our guild hall a few times, but she usually seems to be in a hurry. She sometimes sleeps in the quarters in the basement. I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. Speak with Arianbara.
Are you here for more duties, magician? Or was there something else you wanted? Is that the Nightblade from Fire Watch? I've seen her pass through our guild hall a few times, but she usually seems to be in a hurry. She sometimes sleeps in the quarters in the basement. I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild.
You seem like very good company.
Yes,
Welcome to Helmand,
honored
warrior of
guest.
spell. Are you here on business? I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. Is that the Nightblade from Fire Watch? I've seen her pass through our guild hall a few times, but she usually seems to be in a hurry. She sometimes sleeps in the quarters in the basement.
This one greets you beneath Magnus' watchful eye. What does Ada need from Kaishi? I don't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. Is that the Nightblade from Fire Watch? I've seen her pass through our guild hall a few times, but she usually seems to be in a hurry. She sometimes sleeps in the quarters in the basement.
Welcome to Helnam, warrior of spell. Are you here on business? The Mages Guild is very strict with its admissions rules. We would never accept a Telvanni spy. Look, I don't like to gossip. I'm pretty sure Thanaria has a good reason to not tell people where she's going, and it's nothing the guild needs to worry about. Fine, as long as you don't tell anyone I told you. Servius Varys is a friend of mine here in town. Runs a store right across from the Archaeological Society. I happen to know that he's been, well, seeing a certain dark elf from Fire Watch when his wife is away. He won't tell me her name, but it isn't hard to put two and two together. Don't tell anyone what I told you about her. Welcome to Helnam, warrior of spell. Are you here on business?
This is a wondrous encounter.
What do you want? I'm just a journeyman minding my own business. That's me. How dare you? I would never do such a dishonorable thing. What? No. That not it at all. Oh, fine, I'll admit it, I am having an affair with that idiot Servius Varys. No doubt he blabbed to one of his drinking buddies. But that doesn't matter anymore. Please tell Banvira Octoria that I'm not a spy.
How wonderful. Welcome, Alban.
Have you figured out what Thanaria Vinal has been up to? You wrung a confession from her? I wouldn't trust it. If she were a spy, she would confess to anything to misdirect our investigation. Have you spoken to the man in Helnam, Servius Varys?
You seem like very good company. How wonderful.
You seem like very good company.
Ignore the demon's bad manners. If you're just looking to get around.
Must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
Welcome to Helnam, warrior of spell. Are you here on business?
Welcome to Varys Valuables. Servius Collectibles. I'll think of a good name one of these days. Anyhow, welcome to my shop. Let me know if I can answer any of your questions. Aye. Who is that? I don't think I want you in my store. You must have me mistaken for somebody else. The nerve of you, to impugn the honor of a married man. How dare you? Get out of my sight, before I call the guards. No. Please don't tell Lily. Alright, I've been involved with Veneria, yes. She visits me when Lily is out of town. I've told you the truth, now leave me and my family alone.
Welcome to Helnum, Warrior of Spell. Are you here on business? My husband's little secret? Yeah, I know all about it. I'll be getting out of here soon, don't you worry. Let's see how Servius does without me to source his products and beat up thieves. Oh, that reminds me, I may as well give you this, for being thoughtful enough to come to me. Maybe you can sell it for a few drakes. Welcome to Helnum, Warrior of Spell. It's alright. I know all about it.
Welcome to Various Valuables. Servius Collectibles. I'll think of a good name one of these days. Anyhow, welcome to my shop. Let me know if I can answer any of you. Thank you, please come again.
I only have a few moments.
You seem like very good company.
Has been up to? So it is an affair? How quaint. I suppose that means Veneria is not our spy. No matter, we will find the mole. I have a hunch that you will need to track down Talvar Dalman. Whatever improprieties she gets up to in her personal time are no concern of ours, as long as they don't compromise our interests. He's a ladder-climbing Telvanni scumsucker who tries to curry favor with more powerful mage lords by interfering with guild business. I'd bet my left shoe he's involved with this thievery somehow. It wouldn't be the first time he's tried to cause us problems. I need you to go to Talvar Dalman's tower, Shul-Aren, and retrieve our research and anything else you find. Shul-Aren is directly south of ranyon-ruhn. You will probably have to kill the wretch to get what you need, but I won't shed any tears over it. You will find him in Shul-Aren, a Velathite tower south of ranyon-ruhn.
How wonderful!
You seem like very good company.
Ignore the demon's bad manners. If you were just looking to get around...
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
I don't think we've been introduced, traveler.
traveler. Can you help me? I need someone to check on my friend. I had him visit my family tomb to place offerings, and he hasn't come out yet. Yes, my family tomb is just a little bit to the west from here, down the path. I brought a friend here, Alvaro Mothin, who agreed to help me place offerings in the tomb, but he hasn't come out since. It's been over 2 hours, he should have been done by now. Could you please go into my family tomb and check on him? Well, I would have done that, but the tomb has guardians. Ancestors of mine, yes, but they'll still attack anyone who enters, even me. My only real skill in weapons lies with the bow, and that isn't very good in the narrow halls of the tomb. That's why I brought my friend Alvaro along, so he could do the fighting. He has a good sword, and spells, so I'm sure a skeletal guardian would be no match for him, right? Anyway, I need someone with more combat skills than I to check on him in the tomb. Will you do it? You will? I mean, thank you. As I said, my family tomb is just a little bit to the west of where we're standing, just a few steps around the bend, really. Let me know how my friend is doing, okay? What's wrong, Ada? That look on your face. What did you find in my family tomb? Is Alvar dead? I saw you go into the tomb. What happened in there? Is Alvar alright? I had already come to that conclusion. Ancestral tombs are dangerous places, even for their own families to visit. I knew Alvar's sword was almost broken. I noticed a crack along the hilt when he slew a Kagouti with it. When I asked him about it, he shrugged it off, saying he'd repair it when he returns to ranyon-ruhn. I don't know why he was so hasty about it, when repairs don't take so long. He came with me because I hired him to leave offerings in my family tomb. He didn't already leave the offerings by any chance, did he? Is there any chance that you might leave the offerings in his stead? You will? Thank you, Ada. I really appreciate your help in this matter. I'll miss Alvar greatly, but I won't leave until our work here is finished. Please, leave the offerings at the edge of the ash pit to the left of the tomb's entrance hall. That pit contains the remains of my father. Have you placed my offerings at the ash pit in my family tomb yet? Is my duty to my family tomb fulfilled? Have you placed the offerings in my family tomb yet? Remember, they need to be placed on the edge of the ash pit to the left of the entrance. That pit contains the remains of my father. Thank you, Ada. Poor Alvar died trying to place these offerings, so I know that being in my family tomb has been a dreadful experience. Please, take these 50 drakes. I was going to use them to pay Alvar for his services. Yes, thank you for helping me with this sacred duty. Thankfully, I won't have to come back to the tomb anytime soon.
Lives of the book. Oath of the Reg. A spell in the darkness. Then placed in the fire. Amidst all other sentiments. My rage engulfs desire. Lost among these ember dreams. I sail toward the dawn. Leave this world in screaming hate. And dread the place I've gone. What whim has set my soul to die? And serve the nighttime here. Cast into the sea of pain. I am imbued with all my fear. Wretched and beguiled hearts. The ones who still must breathe. They too shall reap the Daedric fire. Of the everlasting eve. I will push off from this horrid place. With my pride and vanity. And pleasure in the lies I press. Upon your sanity. So join me now, you judging mass. A people damned by right. Spend eternity trapped with me. In my never-ending night. Mara's tear. The failure of the Empire. A passage from the text of the Vagaries of Magica. This document contains notes and diagrams assembled by a mage named Absalon. It details various known and speculative demons in service to Marantz Dagon, the Daedric Prince of Ambition and Destruction.
I don't think we've been introduced, traveler. I'm Talvar Dalman. Just ask, Ada. You have my complete attention. What do you ask of me, Archmagister? I am Talvar Dalman, sorcerer and spellwright of the Great House Telvanni. Training, goods, and services are cheaper for Mages Guild members, and the guild stewards know where to find work. If you steal from another Telvanni, but still live, then clearly you deserve whatever you stole. Murdering your opponents by magic or treachery is the traditional way of settling disputes. If you win, then clearly your argument has more merit. You may be expelled as in any other great house, but most Telvanni will not care or even know about it. What are you talking about? I thought we were friends. What are you talking about? I thought we were friends. That does it.
T is back. Jindaman will try to make another deal soon. Odilic Mage arrived from the west. I've included a sample of his notes in this package. Soul gem shipments never stop. Octoria suspects a spy. Thefts have been noticed. Need an out. NH. Did you find our research in Shul Aaron? NH? Well, that would explain why Naris Hermelian has gone missing in the hours since I dispatched you. I suspect he will not be returning. You've done excellent work, Magician. Here, take these as a token of the Guild's appreciation for your efforts. I have more duties for you, whenever you are ready. You meet our requirements, Ada, but you have not yet completed the duties expected of a warlock.
You're not what I expected.
Traveler.
You've earned my trust.
You seem like
Mages Guild, Counterintelligence. Banvira Octoria asked me to find out where Thanaria Vinal goes when she disappears from the guild hall. She recommended that I start by talking to other guild members in Fire Watch. Cyril, the guild guide at Fire Watch, told me that he's teleported Thanaria Vinal to Helnum several times in recent weeks. According to Ralton Affinia at the Helnum Guild Hall, there is a merchant named Servius Veres in Helnum who has been having an affair with a dark elf woman from Fire Watch. Ralton suspects that Thanaria is this unnamed liaison, and that the guild has nothing to worry about. Thenaria Vinal has confessed to having an affair with Servius Varys. Servius Varys has admitted to his affair with Thenaria Vinal. It would seem that she is not a spy at all. Banvira will no doubt want to hear about this. Leolie Varys told me that she already knows about her husband's affair with Thenaria Vinal, and that she's planning to leave him soon. She gave me her wedding ring, and encouraged me to sell it. Banvira thanked me for finding out what Thenaria Vinal has been up to. She remains convinced that there is a spy in the Firewatch Mages Guild, and believes one Talvar Dalman might have the answers. I've been instructed to pay a visit to a Velathai tower called Shul Aaron, south of ranyon-ruhn. Banver believes that a troublemaking rogue Telvanni named Talvar Dalman is involved in the recent thefts. I am to recover any guild property I find and look for evidence that could expose the spy. I have recovered a document from Shul Aaron which Banvira Octoria should find interesting. There could be more to find here. I have found 2 interesting documents in Shul Aaron, including a report by the Firewatch mage Absalon on Marant's Dagon, and a note signed by NH mentioning Banvira Octoria and Jindaman. Banvira will want to see them both. Banvira rewarded me with 500 gold and 2 scrolls for recovering the documents from Shul Aaron. It seems that Naris Hermelian, the unknown spy, has fled the guild hall. Alvaro Mothin. I appreciate your concern over the state of our city's mine, and furthermore I'm glad you decided to help me in this matter. Remember, what you're looking for is a little trinket called the Ring of Rising Fortunes. This ring once turned a peasant into a noble, and now it's sitting unused in that noble's tomb. Now, according to my most trusted sources, that tomb is likely the Rangerth ancestral tomb somewhere on the road between ranyon-ruhn and Helnum. If you need more detailed directions, you might be able to use the herder boy, Annalise, as a guide. He's a member of the Rangerth family, so should know the way. Whether you need the herder boy or not, it can't be too difficult to get through the tomb. I can't imagine there being anything more than just an undead guardian or 2 in there. The real difficulty, Alvar, will be in finding the ring. I hear it's been locked away in a secret chamber. All you have to do is find that chamber, and bring me the Ring of Rising Fortunes. I will give you 500 septims as a reward. You can also help yourself to any of the other treasures you might find there. Remember, in the event that you do find this ring, don't hesitate to bring it to me. I'm not going anywhere soon, so you'll probably find me in my house at ranyon-ruhn. Sincerely, Azariah Thelas.
Welcome back, Ada. What's this? He looks carefully over the note. Alvar. This whole time, the bastard just used me so that he could rob my family's tomb. Secret chamber? There's no secret chamber in my family's tomb. And the Ring of Rising Fortunes? I know about that ring, but surely it isn't just sitting in the open. Yes, I do know about the ring. My mother once told me the story about that ring. It's a long story, and I really can't tell you the whole thing, because I can't remember it all. However, I can summarize it for you, if you want. Will you listen? The story goes that Delave, one of my great aunts, was poor like most of my family, until one day, she found this ring inside of a muck sponge. The ring was by no means cheap, and Delave started wearing the ring soon afterwards. Something about that ring, though, it seemed as though whenever she wore the ring, fortune would follow. Just a Much of the rest of the story tells of what Delave did, but the part that's important right now is the end. Upon her death, Delave was taken to my family tomb, the Rangerearth ancestral tomb, along with many of her other riches. As far as I know, though, those riches were taken long ago. I really doubt there's any secret chamber in the tomb, and even it seems, though, that Azariah Thelas is certain that the Ring of Rising Fortunes, Delave's ring, lies somewhere in the Rangerearth ancestral tomb. As I said, I don't believe there is any secret chamber in there, nor do I believe that the Ring of Rising Fortunes is still in there, if it ever even was. Still, as long as the Telvanni know about this, you have to help me, Ada. I know I have asked so much of you already, but could you do one final task for me? I want you to search my tomb for the Ring of Rising Fortunes. I really doubt you'll find anything, but if you actually do manage to find the Ring of Rising Fortunes, then can you give it to me? It's the only way to protect the tomb from death.
A warm welcome.
Sir Yoni's sermons.
A
Did
warm
you have any
welcome
luck
to you.
trying to find that ring? I still can't believe that I could have been so deceived. Yes, thank you for helping me with this sacred duty. Thankfully, I won't have to come back to the tomb anytime soon. You haven't found anything yet, have you? Impossible. I didn't think this ring even existed anymore. Please, give it to me. Once again, you have helped me through a crisis. That you would give such a valuable ring to an impoverished herder like me, tells me that you are a truly good person. While I cannot give you any gold for this, I can give you a few pointers on the one skill I know that you might find useful. He shows you a few tips on marksmanship, which he learned while protecting his herd from. Thank you for helping me in these matters. The Ring of Rising Fortunes will be safe with me.
You seem like very good company.
The Coward and the Tomb. I met Annelies Rangerth on the road between ranyon-ruhn and Helnum. He's waiting for his friend Alvar Omothan to finish placing offerings in Annelies's family tomb. His friend has taken longer than he should have in there, and now he wants me to find out what is taking him so long. I asked him, though, why he hadn't checked on his friend himself, and his answer, basically, is that he can't fight in a tomb. He seems rather cowardly to me. I agreed to look in the Rangerth ancestral tomb to find out what happened to Annelies Rangerth's friend. I fear he has come to a bad end. Alvar Omothan, Annelies Rangerth's friend, seems to have died soon after entering the tomb. His silver longsword lies broken before him. Annelies clearly had suspected that Alvar was dead. He knew Alvar's sword was already on the verge of breaking, after noticing a large crack running along the hilt, but Alvar wanted to get to the tomb as quickly as possible. Annelies doesn't know why he was in such a hurry. Despite his friend Alvar's death as a result of his request, Annelies Rangerth still wants to finish what he came here to do. I should take the offerings that Alvar was going to leave and place them at the ash pit to the left of the Rangerth ancestral tomb's entrance. I placed the 3 offerings at the ash pit in the Rangerth ancestral tomb just as Annelies Rangerth wanted them. After helping Annelies Rangerth place his long overdue offerings at his family's tomb, he gave me the 50 septims that he was going to pay Alvar with. Alvar Omothan, a dead adventurer in the Rangerth ancestral tomb, apparently dropped a note on the floor after he died. Its contents tell me a lot about how and why Alvar came here, and what he was looking for. According to the note, someone named Azariah Thelas is looking for an enchanted ring, which he believes is hidden somewhere in this tomb. Alvar never found the ring. I showed the note I found near Alvar's body to Annelies Rangerth. Annelies had no idea that Alvar was using him to rob his family tomb, but was even more surprised by the notion that there is a secret chamber within his family's tomb. He claims that the secret chamber doesn't exist, nor the ring that Azariah Thelas seeks. However, he did hear a story once to which Azariah Thelas might be referring. Annelies is willing to tell me a bit about that story. After summarizing the ring's story, Annelies reinforced his position that Delave's ring, the Ring of Rising Fortunes, probably is not in the Rangerth ancestral tomb. However, he fears that the Telvanni will not respect the tomb's sanctity as long as they think the ring is still there. To protect his family tomb from desecration, Annelies will wait for me to search the tomb, and will see if I can find the ring. While exploring a small room within the Rangerth ancestral tomb, I found a sconce on the wall that was off a bit relative to the other sconces. When I pushed it, however, I heard the sound of stone moving somewhere else in the tomb. It is possible that I have found some sort of switch. I should look into this tomb further. I found a hidden chamber within the Rangerth ancestral tomb. There is a chest within that holds some gold and gems, as well as an enchanted ring. I found the Ring of Rising Fortunes and gave it to Annelies Rangerth. He promised that he would protect the ring from the Telvanni, and as a reward, he agreed to teach me some pointers on marksmanship, which he had learned while protecting his herd from predators at night.